say a bunch of times. All these European names are always a challenge for me and Kevin. Oh, Kim with another nice shot very quickly. We'll see if he's able to make it 3 for 3 in just a moment.
Okay, well, Kim rushing around the side now. This team apparently comprised of all people from the Netherlands, so we do have national teams going against each other, or so it appears. And let's see, trying to make his way back onto the point. He is going to get it, so 2 attack rounds have been taken in a row now. And funny you say Svoboda. We had a family in our high school that his last name was Svoboda, so now I just imagine it's them playing, and it doesn't
That's
work.
Probably them.
Yeah, I imagine.
Svoboda, Happus, and Slowpoke, yeah. They went to your high school.
Oh, clearly, yes.
Yeah. So Deeks, Kim, and Bio are going to be playing for Team Batsig Esports, and I'm not sure what Batsig means, so I'm hoping it's not a dirty word in Dutch, because that's always possible.
Yes, it is.
So Happus is, or Happus. I'm sure we're going to get a lot of corrections as well on how to pronounce these, but you know, we're not worried about it. We'll see how the Finnish team, actually all Finnish, does here in our first match of the day. It is the IPL5 EU Qualifier number 2. This is actually the last qualifier for Europe.
Wow.
Happus takes a nice shot there. Yeah, so this is the last chance for European teams to get in, although some teams have already told me that even if they lose this qualifier, they will be sending their team out to Las Vegas to try and earn that one last spot in the wild card. So Happus trades an armor for a defender there, and now he's only got 1 defender left.
Wow, and these attackers have been on point so far. The shots have just been incredible. Some interesting defensive positions taken up. We saw the NA teams last week love to play on this map specifically a bit farther back, posting up 1 defender on the high ground here and 2 around the point. European teams, as we've seen, are usually a little bit better about getting on the laser pad or taking a position by this great off to the side to spot attackers, and looks like it leaves them a little bit exposed, especially when your laser is so on, as our teams have shown here.
Yeah, I remember Dignitas specifically. Wow, 2 rockets already to Deeks. He's not going to be able to advance that same direction anymore, especially with his back being vulnerable. Great shot there. That was just a nice little skip jump kill there.
That was gross is what it was. I mean, these guys have shown some truly spectacular lasers. And we do know that the EU scene is quite large at the moment. There's a lot of very competitive Shootmania players there, hence why we had 57 teams sign up. But you know what? These guys have just been awesome. Oh, that is a very exposed point there, especially because defenders, when they're on that laser pad, do get a zoom function.
Yeah, and the fact that Deeks did not get shot there, and it has time running out, and only 1 armor, this could actually... Never mind. Happus knows what he's doing. He had the zoom function, like we mentioned, on that rail pad, and that actually cuts the distance down by about 50 meters. It cuts it pretty far. You zoom way in with that thing, so he had a clear shot on, was that Happus at the point? No, it wasn't Happus, it was Deeks. Happus was the one who fired the shot. So, yeah, Deeks, man, that was a heartbreaker after 2 really good shots on those defenders after a rough start. It looked like he was in for sure, but Happus put a stop to that. That's going to be a top 5 play if I write that down right now. But
there you go.
Either way, we've got Slowpoke attacking in now. Oh, I thought he was going to get finished off right there. Still 3 defenders standing. This is going to be really hard for him to get in, though.
He's getting zoned out really effectively by the defenders. Actually, okay, here. So real quick, take a look at their position. 1 on the high ground, 1 on the low ground by the Great, and 1 inside of the point. And they were able to just trap everything that our attacker from Thrice thought he could do around this side, especially pushed up against the electrified water to the left. So brilliant defensive position there. I really like the flexibility out of that. Yeah,
these guys are doing quite well. Obviously, we've seen a lot of really good lasers already. Bio is going to try and keep that trend going. Wow, that's a risky maneuver. So what he actually did there was jumped backwards and sort of rode up the wall to be able to try and shoot through there. But of course, Happus already looking dead at him. I mean, he had time to line up a shot and everything. So that is really risky to do. It can pay off, obviously, if you do pick off the defender, because if they hit you, you only lose an armor. So we'll see if Bio is going to have better luck moving forward toward the goal here.
And this little elbow grate is so hard to maneuver around for attackers. If you can get a jump on a defender, though, as you see, he tries to juke back and forth around the side, does pick off the defender. God, these lasers have just been so good so far. He's down, though, to just 1 armor, and there's only 10 seconds left, and he has to make it through one of these narrow doorways.
All right, so he needs to run and gun. Nope, not even going to happen. If he had picked off a defender on the way in toward the goal with that first laser, he would be able to try and at least dance for the chance to capture the goal. And if you're just joining us for the first time, what you're watching is Elite Mode in Shootmania. You're playing to 6 points, but you must win by 2. Teams alternate attacking and defending and trying to capture that goal. So right now, Svoboda for Thrice, he has 2 ways to win this round and put his team up to 5-2. He can defeat all 3 of the defenders by eliminating them with that instant kill laser that he's got. 1 shot, 1 kill. Or he can wait for these remaining 22 seconds to expire, then the goal becomes capturable. Once it's capturable, you have 15 seconds to stand on it for about 1.5 seconds is how long it takes to capture. And those are the 2 ways that attackers can win a round. Defenders can win a round by defending the attacker. They have to hit him with 3 rockets or lasers. You can only shoot lasers from those pads up there on the top of the hill. Or they can let time expire. If they stand on the point and keep him off of it long enough and time expires, defenders win. So Svoboda, very nice defender kill there. He actually has a chance for another one, but he's very exposed. Nowhere to hide there, and blue wins the turn. And
Svoboda was actually the first successful attack round that we actually missed on stream because we had just jumped into the server. But unfortunately can't repeat his performance. However, Kim did land that attack round to begin things. So if he can come back, he will essentially tie things up. I don't know if we mentioned before or not that you do have to win by 2, even though it's first to 6. So given that teams that are evenly matched usually have defensive rounds traded back and forth, as the defensive rounds are a little bit easier to get, whoever can land those critical extra attack rounds,
not Kim.
He gets down immediately, not Kim, yeah, especially. Whoever lands those critical attack rounds gives their team an advantage.
All right, so Svoboda actually got all 3 of those defensive rockets. Very nice work from him. That's going to put him up to 4 and a successful attacking round. So him and Kim, actually Happus as well, with a lot of nice shots. Just showing off their skills so far. No dead weight on either of these teams. Everyone's doing their share. Happus is going to be attacking in. He did have a successful round earlier as well, so he could just win the game for his team right now if he can get in, but with no armor remaining. That's going to be pretty difficult. Kim taking out Happus completely there. He's a defensive superstar. Now we're at a bit of a struggle here. Deeks has to get this attack round successfully, or the score will go to the defense. That would put them at 6-4, and they would win the map. If that does happen, then Team Batsig Esports does have the map choice for game number 2.
And these are all best of 3s. We're going to go through round of 64, round of 32, and round of 16 today. So up to this point, they're all going to be best of 3s. We'll see now if Deeks can get something done. He had a decent look at a defender there and wasn't really taking much pressure from the other defenders that were around, but just kind of missed the shot.
Okay, so Deeks moving forward. He's going to rush at that defender at the gate. It looks like it is going to be Svoboda, who had a great defensive round last time, already picking off all 3 rockets, and it looks like Thrice is going to win the map. It looks like Team